For the first time, we will honor the enduring legacy of a second awardee in this category for his extensive volunteer work in the community. The next volunteer award is presented posthumously to recognize an individual who had significant impact in the community and throughout his life. This volunteer exemplified a heart of service, dedication, and passion for his community. Video, please.
We nominated Peter for the Outstanding Volunteer Award because of his dedication to help our community, especially on housing issues. As president and CEO of First Citizens Federal Credit Union, he was exposed to a lot of needs in the community and built helpful connections with many organizations. He dedicated his life to giving back. Volunteering for him, it was for a purpose and helping people with something that was really ingrained and part of who he was. He had this uncanny way of asking the right question at the right time that would unlock new information so we could pivot to solutions. His work experience in banking, coupled with his volunteer activities, truly elevated him to a content expert that I could rely on. Unfortunately, Peter passed on July 6th. And when I went to his funeral, I was not surprised to see hundreds of people who loved him, respected him, and had the exact same experience with him as I did. I was really taken by how selfless he was, even when he was very, very sick. Peter joined our board shortly after we met in 2017 and became our board chair in 2018. His executive experience and passion for our mission created a special dynamic between the two of us. In fact, when he realized there was no loan product for homeowners to build an accessory dwelling unit that counted the rental income towards servicing the debt, Peter created one. When you were with him, he's very intense, so he's all business, let's go, let's get this done. But in those quiet moments, he always made time for his family and to make sure that they knew that he loved them very much. He was a problem solver. Whatever the issue, he wanted to get to the root cause and make systemic changes that were sustainable and replicable. And it's because of that approach that made Housing Assistance a stronger organization, me a better leader, and the reason his legacy will live on through our work.
It's our honor to remember the late Peter Muise with our Commemorative Volunteer of the Year Award. Please join me in welcoming his daughter, Krista, to the stage.
Thank you, everyone. It's a privilege to accept this award on behalf of my family and in honor of my father, Peter. It has been 4 months since he passed, and I know that I speak for my mother, Robin, brother, Jason, and sister, Carly, when I say that we are still humbled by the outpouring of love and tributes to the man that we always knew was special to our family unit, and we're really just beginning to grasp the depth of his legacy to others. To speak to what philanthropy and service meant to my dad, thankfully, I don't need to speculate. I can quote him directly. I didn't have to come up with anything. On the eve of my high school graduation back in 2006, which was just 2 years after he was first diagnosed with multiple myeloma and after he had his first stem cell transplant, he wrote me a letter that I still reference often for guidance and comfort. In it, he wrote, "Because of what God has given you, you have an obligation to give back." As much as he expected that of me, he also meant that for the rest of our family, the people with whom he worked closely, and for himself. He felt his cancer battle and remissions had given him an unexpected chance to live again and to reevaluate his contributions. Frankly, our whole family felt that too. He believed that we each possess talent and skills, strengths and abilities, and that we have an obligation to use them in service of our community, to issues that crave solutions, to people that need compassion and support. My dad lived those values. He gave freely of his strengths, and even more freely of his time, to people, communities, and causes that he cared deeply about. Philanthropy, and more importantly, service, was one of the ways that my dad showed his love and commitment to people. So thank you for honoring his life and his legacy, and may his example inspire you to give your own love, strength, skills, and commitment to the people, causes, and programs that better your communities. We have all been given much, and so much is expected of us in return. Thank you.